What's up, guys? This is Cameron from Vantage Offroad. Today we're doing lights on the Jeep. I'm excited to finally do it. Means that I can maybe do some more nighttime camping stuff for y'all. This here is my buddy Pablo. Say hi, Pablo.
What's going on, guys?
He drives this rig right there. Anyway, we're gonna get the lights started tonight. We got probably about maybe an hour's worth of light left, so don't know how far we'll get, but we'll get somewhere with it. All right, well, he's talking to his wife. Tonight, the first thing we're gonna try and do is probably get the lights on the bumper. I also bought brackets for the A-frame. I'm currently letting them dry. If you know me at all, my favorite paint for this stuff, Rust-Oleum roll bar paint. This stuff's super durable, holds up well to the heat, and it matches the black on the Jeep. What you doing up there, buddy?
Freaking, as you can see, most of my truck is held up by zip ties, so I gotta keep them on stock.
Dude, if you ain't got zip ties, what do you got?
Zip ties and glue, baby. Sometimes you just hit the center a little too hard, mate. Then you gotta also have the little stash over here for the trails. This nice spot on the bonfire. What else we got in here? Just trash, really.
But yeah, we're gonna try and mount up the lights right quick, at least get those on and see where we go from there. We may try and pull the dash tonight. I bought this off the internet. I'll drop the link for it in the bio. This is gonna act as the dashboard mount for my Auxbeam control panel. I've already pre-soldered and wired the back, so we just need to put everything in there. I'm probably gonna have to cut the dash a little bit. We'll see how that goes, but I'll catch y'all in just a minute. All right, guys, it's starting to get dark out here. I'm gonna try and work for a little bit longer here. Buddy Pablo, he had to go. He's gonna go out to supper with his wife. Quick update: I got the brackets on. The only kind of sucky thing is that the winch is very close to those brackets. So close, in fact, that it's kind of rubbing on the winch a little bit. We got them on. I don't think it'll be a problem going forward, but we'll have to see. Worst comes to worst, maybe I can kind of tweak some things, but it is what it is right now. Like I have said in the past, this channel is not about perfection. It's not about looking like I know everything. I definitely don't. To be honest with you, when I mounted that winch, I had to drill out new holes, so it's probably my fault that that doesn't work. The winch was too far forwards. I had to set it back. But anyway, my fault, because I probably didn't line up the holes perfect, apparently. Anyway, we're gonna get back to it. We're gonna mount the lights on next, and see you in just a second. All right, guys, we got the bumper situated. I think the lights look good on it. It's starting to get dark out though, so we're going to wrap it up for tonight. I'm gonna rip the dash out right quick and take it upstairs. I'm not gonna show you all that, really no need, but we're going to take that upstairs. I'm gonna cut it all up so that we can fit the new dash piece in for the switch, but I'll catch y'all in the morning. This is Vantage Offroad. See y'all in just a minute. Morning, y'all. It's the next morning. Woke up a little later than I decided I was going to. Before we get started back on the Jeep, I gotta go run to the store right quick, so let me go hop in the truck and I'll be right back. What's up, guys? We're back from the store. Black Betty got me here and back just fine. I think I got everything I need, but knowing me, I'm probably gonna have to go back out. Anyway, we're gonna get started on the Jeep now. The first thing I'm gonna do is mount up the A-pillar lights. The brackets dried all night long. They should be ready to go. After that, we're going to hook up the Auxbeam control panel under the hood. I have a slight idea of how I want to do that. It's a little bit more unconventional, but someone on Facebook done it this way, and it kind of seems like the best route to take for as little space as we got underneath that hood. So Give me just a minute, we'll mount up the A-pillar lights and I'll get back at you. Real quick guys, I just wanted to give you a little bit more of an explanation of the mounts we're using for the A-pillar lights. These are from Motobuilt. They're really nice, they're small, compact, and low profile, and I think these done it well. This is also where I got my license plate carrier, was from Motobuilt. Anyway, let me get these on, the lights put up, and I'll be right back with y'all. Alright guys, we finished the A-pillar lights. I think they look good. I'm gonna kind of adjust the angle of them when we get everything wired up and I can see kind of where the spotlight's hitting. Yeah, I think they look good. Next, we're going to get the wiring and the fuse box situated for the Auxbeam, and then we're gonna wire it all up. We'll be good to go. I do have rock lights as well, but that's going to be last, just in case for some reason I don't get to it. That'll be another small video. But yeah, let me go start working on the Auxbeam, and I'll get back with y'all in just a little bit. Alright guys, so I just rigged this up. This is the control panel for the Auxbeam. It came with a few mounting brackets. I use this mounting bracket to mount to it, and then this flat one right here. You can see I ended up using it to mount the breaker box for the controller. What I'll do is I'm going to get some clamp style mounts, and I'm going to mount that right there onto that bar. That should just pretty much hang right there. I may try and zip tie it to something to keep it from rocking around, but I mean it'll take a lot for it to move anyway. But yeah, let me go get those and the wire situated. We'll be right back. We got the Auxbeam mounted to the support beam for the grill. Now we're going to wire it up to the battery and get the thing ready to plug up. After that, we're going to put the dash back together and wire the switch panel to the control box, and we should have power. All right guys, so before we can put the dash back on, we gotta wire some things up. First thing I'm gonna do is wire up the cigarette lighter. I'm gonna use the original cigarette lighter cable and just wire these to it. So the first thing we're gonna do, for anyone who's unaware, these three are for the accessory switches. They don't really do anything anymore. I'm just gonna leave them. There's really no sense of cutting them, but they're not gonna really help us with anything either. We are gonna cut this though. Right there. Don't need that no more. And then get my knife. We're gonna just try and cut some of this electrical tape they've got on here. Now we can cut that off. We've also got to clip these. Let's clip them off right there. Peel those. And we can do the same on these. The battery is disconnected, by the way, in case anyone was concerned. I'm gonna go put the battery back in, and then we'll test that out, make sure it's working just fine. I'll be right back. I'm gonna start the Jeep into accessory. Got a voltmeter out here, and before we plug these in, I'm pretty sure this green wire is the positive, that's the black wire, probably the negative. But before we plug this in, I'm just gonna test it. And DC voltage should come up with about 12. Yep. So that should be the positive. For some reason, all I could find on the internet is that it should be a pink or a yellow wire. They say nothing about a green wire. So if any of y'all have a TJ and you've replaced your cigarette lighter before, let me know if this is green or something else. Anyway, we're gonna turn the Jeep back off. That should, in theory, kill the power. Yep, which is what we want. We're going to plug that in and then hit the accessory. Boom. Interestingly enough, they don't read the same voltage. It's kind of interesting, but I don't know if you can see that on there, but these little, so each one of these has got 2 USB and 2 USB-C. So I'm gonna have a lot of power, a lot of charging capabilities for cameras. All right, last step is I'm gonna go out and run the accessory cable for the Auxbeam switch panel. I'm probably gonna come through, when I did the shifter, there's a hole for that down underneath the dash. I'll probably run the cable for the switch panel through that. So give me about 5 minutes and I'll be back with y'all. Alright, so we've got that right there. Gonna plug this in right here. Gotta match the arrows on each side. Twist that on. Good and tight. We're hooked up. To mount this, I'm gonna have to put this into drive. Parking brakes on. Just make sure we ain't rolling. All right. And then we're gonna tuck this stuff up in here. And then we're gonna use the screws that were originally for the cigarette lighter to mount this up. All right. All right, that side's on. Now this side, there is no holes because originally that was where the ashtray was. So I'm gonna go get the drill out some pilot holes, and we'll finish mounting that up. But just enough to start it, Looks even enough, hopefully. And like that. There. Now that should be in. We got just enough clearance for the shifter. Now let's go get the dash, put that back together, and I believe we're done inside. All right, trim the bottom. See if this will fit now. So it looks like it's going to much better. It's a tight fit, but I think that's gonna work. Looks pretty good. I mean, you can see where I cut a little bit down there, but you'll never be able to know. All right, so the dash is done. So let's hook up the latch to the control panel, and I think we're gonna be done for today. I'll see you outside. Quick update for y'all. The A-pillar lights are hooked up. I've got them working. Right now I'm just trying to manage all the wires. I'm probably going to splice some of the wires to shorten them up. And now I'm also looking for the daytime running light on the blinker so that I can run the daytime lights and splice into that. I think I just found it. It looks to be a black wire with a yellow stripe down it. Done some testing, the voltage meter, and that seems to be the case. I guess we'll find out once I splice it if it works or not. We are chugging along. Should be done with the first wiring harness in the next 30 minutes, and then we'll be on to the second. See y'all in a little bit. Alright guys, we have got the first wiring harness soldered up. I cut about, I'd say 3 feet out of it, shorten it, and now all we got to do is run it out, plug everything up again, and zip tie it in place, and we're ready to go. So I'm going to tape up that wire, put in place, and we'll start the next one. the 8-pillar lights working. Now we're going to do the bumper lights. So I don't know if we'll get to the rock lights today, but we're gonna try. It's currently 4 o'clock, so we'll see where we get to, but it's looking good, guys. I'm proud of it. I don't know if you can see that in the sun, but yes, sir. All right, we just finished up the bumper lights. They work. They were a lot easier because the wires weren't all congested up right there at where I'm running to the lights. So they were a little bit easier. All I gotta do is do a little bit of wire management, clean some stuff up, zip tie some wires up, and those lights are done. So it's looking good. It is currently 5 o'clock. I don't know if I'm gonna start the rock lights or not. I don't know, maybe. We'll see. All right, let me go wire these up, or zip tie these stuff up, and be done. We got the lights done on the Jeep. We still need to do the rock lights, but that'll be a project for another day and another video. It's starting to get dark out here, and I don't want to be doing that stuff in the dark. So, but yeah, she turned out good. I'm really impressed with it. The bumper is a flood / spotlight. You toggle between the two, and then the 8 pillars are high and low spot. So I'm impressed. I'm happy. I'm ready to go wheeling in the dark. Maybe we'll do some camping trips come the springtime. Hey, this is Cameron from Vantage Off-Road. Thank you for watching another video. Vantage Off-Road, over and out. All right, guys, I know I said that was the end of the video, but we're 2 days later, and I decided I wanted to do the rock lights before I posted this video on YouTube. We did do a trail ride yesterday on Walking Stick Road. It was probably the best ride I've done in this Jeep. I got it all on camera. The video will be posted a week after this one is, but it also means the Jeep got dirty and covered in mud. So I'm going to go to the car wash right now and hose her down, clean out the inside because it is dirty in here, and then we will get back and we'll start the rock lights. I'll see y'all in just a minute. Bye. Alright guys, we're at the car wash. We're gonna suds her up, soak her down, clean her up real good. Alright guys, we're about to get the rock lights started. I'll update y'all when I bolt them all on, and then we'll go from there with the wiring. I'll see y'all in just a minute. Alright guys, we've got the rock lights mounted up. I haven't wired them yet, but I've got one underneath the front bumper. We've got a set of 2 underneath the rear bumper / behind the rear tires. We've got a set in front of the rear tires. We've got a set behind the front tires. So hopefully that does enough coverage. My goal is not to look pretty, but to be able to see the trail, see obstacles in the dark, and be able to wheel it like that. So next thing we got to do is wire them up, solder them up, and that's gonna be a little bit of a process, especially because I can't seem to find a fish tape. So let me go ahead, wire them up, and then I'll get back to you before we wire them to the Auxbeam. See y'all in just a minute. Obviously, it's the next day. Last night we did not get to finish up the lights like I wanted to, so I got home from work today, hence the work clothes, and I got her done right quick. But everything is done. The lights are all done. The dash is all done. Everything looks great. All right, so that was the lights. It's already getting dark here, but I hope y'all can see me all right. Love y'all. Thank y'all for watching the video. Please make sure you like, share, and subscribe for more content like this and more wheeling to come. Love y'all. Vantage Offroad, over and out.